what's up, everybody? Welcome back into Digital Chalk Lines. This is my Road to the Show series with Chewy Barnett. He is a right-handed starting pitcher, kicking it old school, as you can see right there. Chewy on the right. We're gonna play the first showcase game here for the Topps Amateur Showcase. I am super excited. If you didn't watch the first video, take a look at that one. It's in the description. It's also in a playlist on my channel. But gave Chewy Barnett, he's a huskier guy. Gave him an afro and mutton chops and all sorts of stuff. I joked around in the last episode that he grew up as a fan of his dad's New York Yankees team. So watching guys like Rich Gossage and Sparky Lyle, and that's he kind of modeled his facial hair after them. And that's who he wants to be when he grows up. Here we go. Chewy Barnett is on the mound. He's 6'2", rocking 215 pounds, but it's a husky 215. You know, he's not slim by any means. He's not fat, but he definitely enjoys a good bowl of Captain Crunch whenever he can get to it, and enjoys spending his Friday nights at White Castle, pounding a dozen or two sliders. Speaking of sliders, let's start this kid out with one. Low and in, slider. First pitch of the showcase game. Perfect. You nailed it. Oh, I have to field. I forgot about that. Well, I wouldn't have to field if I just struck everybody out. Here we go. Fastball high and in. Let's blow it by him. There you go. First professional strikeout for Chewy Barnett. Freddie Silva. Ooh, baby. Freddie Silva. The nephew of former Major League pitcher Carlos Silva. He's taken a different route, didn't want to pitch like his uncle. He's now an infielder, and probably not going to go anywhere because he's related to Carlos Silva. Okay, top of the second inning, I'm back on the mound. Only threw 9 pitches in the first inning. I am okay with that. That is efficiency. Kind of messed around with the first batter a little bit to get a feel for the strike zone and my pitches and all that good stuff. And now I'm locked and loaded and ready to go. Quickly 0-2 on this guy. Let's give him a curveball low and away and hope for a strikeout here. No. All right, now let's blow the fastball high and in, and we'll catch him looking at this one. No, but he checked his swing, and it was in the zone anyway, so it didn't matter. So who's up next? William Pearson. I don't have a funny story about William Pearson. Let's try that curveball for a strikeout again. I'm determined to get this. Okay, not there. Let's go slider. Low and in. No, that's not working either. All right, well, I'm just going to have to do the fastball high and in then. That one had been working pretty well so far. Catcher's got it. Brilliant. I like to see that. I like to see that. Through an inning and 2/3. I'm at 18 pitches. Might finish my my first 2 innings at 20 pitches. So let's give him a slider low and away. And then try yet again for that that curveball low for a strikeout. He's got John Jaso's batting stance up there. Oh, he doesn't swing and miss. He just watches it all the way into the zone for strike 3. Man, that feels good. Some good pitching out there, Chewy. That was cranked. But foul. Oh, man. Okay, good. Had me worried for a second. I thought I was going to have to go back to shucking corn. Would have been the most disappointing showcase ever. So I've been talking this whole time about how he grew up watching the Yankees with his dad. Even though he's young and never really saw any of those players, he just heard about his dad. His dad would talk about those players a lot. What are the odds? I mean, I know the odds. It's 1 in 30. How funny would it be if my boy here, Chewy Barnett, got drafted by the New York Yankees? Wouldn't that just be perfect? Todd Shibuya and Cabrera. All right, so Chewy Barnett's day is done. Alex De La Rosa is coming on to pitch for the Central team. I'd say we did pretty good. Chewy Barnett was relieved in the 4th inning. Awesome. And we ended up winning by a final score of 4-3. West had 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Central with 4 runs, 8 hits, and an error as well. 3 innings pitched, no hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. So let's return to the clubhouse and see what happens here.
The draft nears and teams begin to identify prospects they may target. A game of dreams also becomes a game of dollars.
So, I've gotten a few calls from scouts sniffing around. Some questions came up about money and stuff. Let's save it for after the draft. You gotta stay focused.
Must keep the game in his heart, but his mind on the game.
You gotta represent yourself well. Is that Chris Bryant wearing Bryce Harper's number? Yeah, I hear you. This can wait. He's still in for the second showcase game? Heck yeah! So that'll be next episode. Oh, let's wait. Let me get a couple more. I can only get one more. Slider control. I'll up my slider control a little bit, and that'll be it for this episode of The Adventures of Coco Bobo, Chewy Barnett. Next episode, showcase game number 2. I'd say we're off to a pretty good start here in the career of Chewy Barnett. We'll have to. Who are you talking to? No fraternizing. You're supposed to be. We got to draft. What if he gets drafted before you? You're gonna feel awful.